Hey, we got a new neighbor here in North Carolina, another nomad. Another nomad here in North Carolina. That's right, a neighbor for Camo Dave. You know, I moved to Morganton, North Carolina, which is in western North Carolina, back a year and 2 or 3 months ago, and I love it here. And there's so many cool nomads in this state. We have Casey Roman, who really isn't a nomad anymore. She's over there in the Wilmington area in eastern North Carolina. We got Jacob the carpetbagger there, just east or just west of Asheville. Man, there's just so many cool nomads here in the state. We got Carolina Tony, who is just across the border there in South Carolina, along with the Doxinator. Man, they're just nomads all over. Eli, the computer guy, who's not really a nomad. He used to be up in the Baltimore area, around Maryland there. Now he's down in Asheville, North Carolina. And now we've got Steffi Lee. I could tell that. I just saw the trees behind her and the mountains there. And I could say, you know, she's in North Carolina. And you know what? It's right. I was correct. I just see these videos and I go, I bet you the mountains plus cool trees like that. She's got a Tar Heel, pines, yeah, you know, whatever. She's in North Carolina too. So Steffi Lee, now she's got some medical issues and she's got a new lease on life, and she decided to spend a good part of the last last year and whatever traveling around in a beautiful van that she kind of fixed up, and she's been hanging out with some friends. And I noticed that she was hanging out with some friends in the Asheville area kind of toward the end of last year, and now she says she's got a house now. She's got, I think she said, a boyfriend named, I think his name is Morgan. That's a common name, you know, on YouTube, by the way. And he has a bunch of cats and dogs, and she just got a dog, Ollie the dog. Here's Ollie. Isn't Ollie adorable? Aww. Anyway, so yeah, she said she's keeping her van. She's not getting off the road for good, but she is taking a break in van life because of the way things are right now. A lot of, you know, with the pandemic still going on and the vaccines and all this stuff, it's just harder to travel. And then there's going to be crowds at the campgrounds this summer. I don't know. So she said she's not giving up the van. It is parked in the driveway, and but she's showing off her new house. So Steffi Lee, starting a family and a new house. Good year looks like it's coming up for Steffi Lee. Good channel. Crouchy, what are you doing?
Oh, I got a leak in the back of the toilet. And look at that. It's warped all my floor tiles. Oh no, the floor is all warped. The floor is all wet and warped, and I have to wear my flip-flops every time I come in the bathroom here now. I need to get some money and get some new tiles for the floor, and oh no.
Wow, Crotchy.
Yeah, my channel's name is Camper Crossing, and I have about 50,000 subs.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel.
I kept it a secret, Dave. But I've been putting up really short videos lately, and I usually turn the comments off because I don't want anyone to say anything bad about me. But I put up a keto video the other day that's doing gangbusters, and I'll soon have enough money on AdSense so I can fix that toilet. I mean, the toilet leak was fixed. One of my service geezers fixed that, but I got to get the flooring for the new toilet, for the bathroom here. Yes, it's my new trailer. It had a leak there, so I got to get that. So anyway, watch my keto video, Keto Crossing. Yeah, Camper Crossing. Yeah.
Hey, we got some more stuff there from Traveling Kay down in New Zealand. She is continuing to work on her home base there. She's got a boyfriend. She's pregnant. And she's really looking forward to getting a bunch of these big storage compartment container things and getting a whole beautiful nomadic home base. So she's busy working on that. Yes. We got Elvis. What is it? The nomadic Chicagoan, the Chicagoan nomad. What's it called? Nomadic Chicagoan. Anyway, he's been doing a bunch of live chats there off and on, and you know, pretty much the same old Elvis. Yeah. I don't know, man. A new one here from Itchy Boots. She can't continue. Well, that is a bit of clickbait. I gotta out some of these clickbaiter people. You know, she just got into South Africa. She's got her motorcycle, and she's traveling around South Africa, and it makes it sound like, uh-oh, she can't continue driving around South Africa. No, she hits a roadblock. Okay, there's a mountain road she's on, and somebody puts a road closed sign, so she has to turn around and go another way. That's where she can't continue. Other than that, she can continue with her beautiful journey to beautiful South Africa and some beautiful scenery. As always, I'm so glad Itchy Boots is back. We got a couple new videos here from Story Chasing Amber, who is continuing her trek across snowy, cold Texas. That was shot 3 weeks ago. Texas winter storm, ice, freezing cold. What's she gonna do? You know, she probably watched Adam the Woo's videos that were actually real time when he was actually traveling across Texas a couple weeks ago. He's now in Florida doing non-touristy stuff, as he says in his latest video. So, whoa. We got a new one from Adventure Van Man continuing to build out his box van. Yeah, slide out slat bed. There's the new door he put on the back. He had that. It was one of those U-Haul things, and he had to get rid of the roll-up door, you know, like they have on those. And he's got a nice new door in. And I thought there was a window over there. Wasn't it in the previous one? I don't know. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I thought he was putting in a window there, but it doesn't look like a window there. Anyway, he's working on the slat bed, and so yeah. And of course, God, hot sauce. Burn your tongue, hot sauce, and some cooking there at the in the video there. So anyway, the slat bed's coming along, and all looks good for Adventure Van Man Brian down there in Florida. Letters. Polvo Valetti. Look, I put a video up this morning. We were all worried about Mike. You know, there was some weirdness with that last video of his. He's now down to 2 videos on his channel. He has the Farewell to Sober video, and then he has the video he posted yesterday. And as far as I checked, the last time I checked, that's it. All the other videos are invisible or pulled or privatized or whatever. So we're all worried about him. And I've gotten a bunch of texts and people calling me and saying, we're worried about Mike. Let's make sure somebody checks on him. So if you're down there in Quartzsite or wherever Mike is, check on him and say, Dave cares. Dave wants to make sure you're okay. Because we like Mike. He's, you know, we get a lot of views when we put him in the titles, you know. Polvo says Mike needs to, you know, kind of get things together. If he's suffering from you-know-what, he needs to get whatever family and friends that he's still in contact with and get some help. There's no shame in asking for help. You know, yeah, and maybe take a break from YouTube. You know, that's not a half bad idea sometimes. Just get off of YouTube for a while and get your S together and, you know, get things, you know, putting stuff up on YouTube. All it does is kind of keeps it going. I don't know. We do see nomads that do take breaks from YouTube and just say, folks, I need to get things worked out up here with some hard stuff I'm going through. I'm going to take some time off of YouTube, you know. His worth as a human being isn't tied to how many videos he makes, says Polvo, although in my case it is. But not, you know, jeez. He's young enough that there is a very real, very good possibility for a second act in his life. He's only 40-ish. Yeah, he's got a lot of good years ahead of him, but he needs to take care of himself, and he needs to see that, right? He needs help, not coddling. I hope he gets it, and I'm rooting for him to finally recognize this and wish him all the best, says Polvo. Nathan says, I'm hoping Living Free Mike has looked back on his life and has done a lot of thinking about where he is going. Let's just hope that maybe he will decide to take the path of maybe getting a job and living a more normal, regular lifestyle. It might do him some good because the full-time style, lifestyle, you know, it has a little more stability to it, as Nathan says. I'm kind of paraphrasing it here. And then, you know, doing YouTube, you know, you're putting yourself up in front of basically strangers, and they're all kind of, you know, they don't know you really. And, you know, some of the stuff they say isn't all that great, you know. I don't know. So, yeah, yeah. You know, he needs to sit down and take some time and start to work things out. And we all care about, you know, again, we all have some fun here on the Camo Dave channel, but we wish Mike all the best. And, yeah. Happy Camper says, my little girl dog I had for 14 years died last July and I'm still sad. My daughter talked me into getting a little rescue boy and that's helped tremendously. You know, again, we all go through sadness when we lose somebody we love, okay? There's always a mourning period. But if the mourning period lasts too long or just keeps getting worse as time goes on and it interferes with your ability to continue progressing with your life, then you might need some help. You know, there's no shame in asking for help. You know, I'm just saying, you know, and you know what? People always use the term get over it. You don't. When somebody you love, whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, whether it's another person, your parents, your grandparents, when they pass away, you never really get over it. There's always memories on their birthdays, on holidays, old family pictures. You still feel for them the rest of your life. But you can't let that stand in your way of living the rest of your life, you know? That's just the way I see it, you know? What do I know? Pizza Earth, Pancakes, and Other Mashed Potatoes says, in a way, nomadic life is like a box of assorted Belgian chocolates. You never know what you're going to get down the road. Yeah, I love that. And then you get the icky one, you know, that's too sweet cherry. Ugh. Mr. T says, my question is, how is Living Free Mike going to make a living? Well, you know, he has been making some money on YouTube. Now, is that enough to survive on? You know, we've seen other nomads of his ilk, you know, with a lot bigger channels than what Mike has, making maybe a living wage. But I can't imagine Mike is making a living wage. He's making some decent money on AdSense. You know, maybe that's part of it. Is, you know, he needs to maybe start reassessing his life and thinking, maybe there's more to life than YouTube. Maybe, just maybe. Klersky the Creeper, that was a really brave thing to share with the world. Yeah, Bob admitting what happened to his son there at the end of Nomadland, Cheap RV Living, Bob Wells. Klersky says, I lost a friend on the 20th of February, and when I watched Bob say that, it really made sense. We all see each other again down the road. Peace to Mike. The Carpeted Garage says he hopes, I guess it's a he, hopes Mike is all right. Part of this, what's going on now with Mike on his channel there might be a side effect of being a nomad. Sometimes when bad things happen, being able to go to work and focus on your job during the day can help. Possibly with all the time he has on his hands, he is just dwelling on losing sober. And again, that is part of it, probably. You know, again, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not Dr. Fail, but yeah, you know, you hopefully have some other things in your life and you can kind of focus on that, and maybe that'll help you kind of break the cycle of the extended grief, you know? I mean, you know, I don't know, man. That's the way some people deal with it, though. All right, everybody, that ought to do it for today. Some letters and more for the 8th of March. 2021. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. You all have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Vlog under.